Started the vinyl siding today. That looks nice. Gonna continue up and finish up tomorrow, hopefully. Also dug the trench for the power. Get that installed tomorrow and get our rough in. But it's coming together nice. I like that tan with the white trim. That looks real nice. But hopefully I have it finished up tomorrow. Well, we got this side buttoned up. Turned out nice. One thing to keep in mind with vinyl siding is the way you lap it. You can see from this side, you can see the joints pretty good. So you always want to think, you know, this is the front of the house. 90% of the time people are going to be coming around this side and you can't see the joints hardly at all. So just little things to keep in mind. Makes it look a lot nicer and people a lot happier. Anyway, carrying on. Looks like we're ready for deer opener tomorrow. After killing the big buck celebration. We'll see. Good morning, everyone. Opening day of gun season. Just headed up to the stand now. Let's see what we can do. Well, about 7 o'clock, I had a nice buck come right up through here. And right in that opening right there, I stopped him. He was an 8 or a 9 point. I bought a new Savage 30-06 last year. As soon as I went to shoot him, it wouldn't fire. I rifled three shells through it, and same thing. I think something screwed up with the firing pin, must be, but I'm gonna run back to the house and grab the old trusty shotgun. Come back out probably. It's still early yet. Seen a lot of deer. That nice buck this morning, and a 4 point and a couple doe, but I don't know. Brand new gun. Not sure what's wrong with it. Stay tuned. Well, folks, I went back down to the house and got the shotgun. Went back out for a while. I went to a different stand. I didn't see any deer. I know it doesn't, but it just always makes you feel like when you leave the stand, you know, right early in the morning, whether it's to move or go get another frickin' gun, just makes you feel like you screwed everything up for the day or the morning hunt. But I've had luck doing that before, I guess, so can't really blame it on that. But anyways, I'm gonna go down and get some lunch and see if I can't figure that gun out, but try again this afternoon. Well, when I got home this morning, I tore that gun apart and cleaned it good. Took it up to where I shoot and shot it twice with no problem, so taking it back out this afternoon, we'll see. Hopefully it shoots this time if we get a chance. This morning was terrible. Got kind of a sleety, snowy rain mix going on right now. Day 2. I didn't go out this morning. I had little Waylon last night, so I spent time with him this morning. Me and him slept in. It was nice. Man, look at it come down. But anyway, it's supposed to only last about another half hour, so we'll see what happens. Well, it calmed down a little bit. It was really coming down there for a minute. Anyways, day 2. Like I said, I didn't get out this morning. I had my son Waylon last night. Me and him kind of slept in and hung out for a while. But out here tonight, the first day, kind of hold off all day for the bucks. But when I was making breakfast this morning, I decided it'd be nice to have some venison sausage. So I think if a good mature doe comes through, we might take her home. But either way, hopefully it gets a little nicer now.
Well, folks, we weren't successful opening weekend, but what a great weekend to be in the woods, though. I saw all kinds of deer. They were running all over the place. I had that gun malfunction yesterday, which sucked, but you'll have that sometimes. Is what it is, I guess. But yeah, I'm excited for Thanksgiving. I'm gonna have to work every day this week, sun up till sundown, but Thanksgiving morning we'll be back out in the woods and probably bring you back along. So hopefully we can get something then.
Hello everyone. Just working on insulation today. The electrical inspector couldn't get here until tomorrow, but I talked to him this morning. He said go ahead and insulate. I don't ever have a problem with rough-in inspections for the wiring, so he was cool with it. He said go ahead and insulate. So that's what we're working on today. It's rainy and crappy outside, so I'm happy to be in here. Not happy to be dealing with this stuff, but it's what it is. A lot of people, mainly my customers, ask about insulating these pipes, which most of the time, if you can keep your plumbing out of the exterior walls, that's better. But obviously sometimes you're limited on what you can do, and with the plumbing all on this back wall, that's all we can do. But the trick is you gotta split the insulation in half and get half of it behind it and half of it in front of it. That way, you know, it gives a nice fluffy insulation. Like my buddy at Northern Seclusion, Joe, says you gotta fluff it, don't stuff it. Because if you just crammed it all behind here and pushed it in, that smushed insulation doesn't have a lot of R value. So you want to just split it in half, get half behind, half in front, or a little bit more than half behind, whatever you can do. But it's about all you can do. I mean, unless you spray foam it, which that's outrageous cost-wise. So we just do this and don't really have a problem with it in New York, but you know, I'm sure you get up into Canada or out west in some of those states, might not hold up very well, but that's all we do here. Seems to work pretty decent. Speaking of Joe, if you guys don't watch him, you're missing out. That guy, I love that guy. He's always on the go, always doing something, 100 miles an hour, but he does good quality work on the stuff that he builds. He doesn't half-ass anything. He's a blast to watch. We watch him all the time, over and over. But he drives Fords. He's a Ford guy like me, and has a construction business and hunting, fishing. You know, he's got the tent, which is awesome. His parents have a backwoods cabin. That's an amazing cabin. But yeah, Northern Seclusion and Joe and Zach Survival is his channel names. But if you don't watch him, you're missing out for sure.
I don't know if he'll ever watch this, but if you want to get some boxer beer and go hunting or fishing at the tent, you let me know. I'll make a trip out. I'd love it. Anyways, back to insulating.